I'd like to see the person put it up there that got it up there. I bet
Billy Sheehan, man.
Yeah.
Alright, she's gonna come back up with them beers here right in the middle of the shot here. pretty
Right
soon.
now.
She's coming right now.
Okay, we'll give her a second then.
perfect time.
I'll get rid of this water. Somebody find me a trash can.
Bleep that out.
Of course.
There.
Thank you.
I like it.
Camera one.
Come together, let's unify. We're reaching, always reaching. We can make a stand with these closed minds. We're reaching, always reaching. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that you left behind. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that we left behind. With our fist to the sky, my heart goes out to you, who's created all the pain you're surrounded by.
Indiana, where we are redefining live entertainment. Tonight we will be interviewing two of the bands that will be playing later on the stage in just a few hours. Tonight our first guest is from South Bend, Indiana. They are an original rock band. They just finished putting out their new album, which is now available on Shazam, Spotify, Google Play, or iTunes. Everybody please put your hands together and welcome to Praise the Fallen.
Hey!
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So, introduce yourselves and give us a little bit of your musical background, kind of how it all started for you.
Just gotta start with the bass part.
That's really
I'm Steve and I'm the bass player, and I just kind of picked up the bass when I was 18 and just kind of jumped in and haven't looked back.
Still in high school then?
No.
Right after?
Yeah, right after high school,
Right
I
after high
found
school.
some friends of mine that were playing, and we kind of just all started hanging out, kind of like what we're doing here,
Yeah.
and just started playing. And
How many bands have you been in prior to this one?
oh, probably three.
Yeah, but
Before this, 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah. You know, started with a couple cover bands, and I was in another. It wasn't my original band before this. I went the Unlucky Stars, and then I found my way to Jamie and the Praise the Fallen crew, and here I am now.
Right. Alright.
I'm Pat, drummer. Started playing drums. My brothers played in bands when I was a kid. I used to set their drummer's drum set up in the morning before school and play it, and got busted by him, and he was cool with it. Started giving me a little bit of lessons, and he was the cool guy, got all the
Showing you
girls,
how to
so I thought that was-
transition and
Yeah,
showing you things.
just taught me the basics, a little bit, and ran with it. Been playing 40 years now.
How many bands have you played in over that 40 years?
Oh man, I don't know.
Which ones stick out the most?
I played in an original band called Powerhead back in the late 90s. We recorded a CD and played a lot around up in Michigan. Various cover bands, tons of cover bands.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it. Lots of cover bands.
Because is a cover band gig pretty hard?
Not really, but it pays good, for
A lot of private parties, good money.
private parties, all the clubs around Elkhart and South Bend there in northern Indiana.
A lot of good practice too, right?
Yes, yeah. Play a long time, our sets are half hour, 45 minutes. Cover band, you play 4 hours, so it's a little different,
Yeah.
But yeah,
You get a little more time to experiment and play
Right.
with things instead of sticking to the structure. You just kind of
but I like playing my own stuff.
wander
so
off and here
this
and there.
is much better.
Right. Nice.
I'm Jamie Bostel. I play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
Been doing it since I was 19 years old.
Right after high school too, then.
Yeah, I went in the military. I was in the United States Air Force at first.
Oh, well, thank you for your service.
No problem, man. And then I kind of became a singer by accident. Just dabbling and doing little keyboard songs and stuff like that since I was 15 and stuff. And I don't know, grabbed an acoustic guitar, started writing songs, and
Took a little while to find your voice, but it came out, huh?
Yeah, it took a while. I did the cover band thing a couple times and played in quite a few original bands for a while, and just been finally just trying to find the right people to make it work. People that actually contribute and stuff, and I got that with these guys. So
I think so, yeah. You guys are,
yeah, I'm real excited about our album. So
yeah, it sounds pretty good. And here at the end of the interview here, for all the viewers, you know, we'll be playing you guys' songs so that you guys can hear what their album sounds like.
yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, so you guys make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, we'll be playing some of you guys' tracks there, and we'll let some of the viewers check it out. So, that all on your history or
I played in a band, and we actually played here. We were called Signal.
Signal?
Yeah, from 2006. I was in that band from 2006 to 2010. I was in
Wow.
that band a long time, and we were sponsored by Jägermeister and stuff, and opened for quite a few nationals and that.
What, name a few of them or?
Open for Stain, 3 Days Grace, in Prairie Capital Convention Center in
Yeah.
Springfield, Illinois. Open for Hinder here.
Was
Open
it
for
3 Days Grace still back when Adam was with them or?
yes,
Yeah?
second album, the X&O album. Yeah.
Would you look forward to trying to do it with them again in the future and see what the
Oh
new guys
yeah,
like?
for sure, definitely. I know Corey Lowry. I worked with Corey Lowry. He's in Saint Ansonia.
Yeah.
I've worked with Corey Lowry. Signal did a lot. You know,
Oh, we'd love to have Santa Sunday come here to Fort Wayne, I'll tell you that.
Corey's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said we'd love to have those guys here.
I'm sure they'll come around. I think they were here last year,
Yeah.
weren't they? Something like that.
Yeah, so they're
But yeah,
out.
open for Hoobastank here. Open for Trapped and Rev Theory here too.
Yeah,
So yeah, as
Yeah.
far as when it was Pierre's, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's
and we've opened for a few nationals ourselves. This band here, we've opened for what? Non-Point, Red Sun Rising,
Yeah, I know those
Devour
guys.
the Day.
That's a good one.
I know them personally from
Who's that?
years ago. Red Sun Rising.
Red Sun Rising.
Yeah,
Great
they're
band,
Akron
man.
guys.
Yeah.
Great guys.
I've seen them. Yeah, they just. I think were they Rock on the Range this year?
Yeah,
Oh,
they've
yeah.
done all the
Yeah.
big.
I was there all 3
phenomenal.
days. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there all 3 days.
Yep. Yeah, I personally open for a lot of nationals, and plan on carrying the torch. So
Yeah, nice.
here we are now doing it now with this band.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you guys kind of probably you remember the impact it made to you guys, and now now you guys can pass it along to somebody else that you see inspiration in.
yeah, we're getting ready to open for LA Guns and Enough's Enough in October out in
Yeah.
Michigan too. So we try to keep that going.
Right.
You know, hopefully the album pushes us further.
Right.
So
Some of your
You have to
history.
excuse me. I'm nursing a cold, so I got a frog in my throat. But I'm Brian. I'm the guitar player, lead guitar player, whatever you want to call it. So I've been in the band for about a year, a little over a year. Met Jamie. I moved to South Bend for work. My job took me out that way. I'm not an Indiana native. I grew up in Ohio. I lived all over the state. But I lived out west. I lived out in California and Arizona. I was in the service as well. I was in the Marines for a tour. Playing since I was a little kid. I grew up with a piano in the house. My mom had an acoustic guitar. I used to make noises on that, and just always kind of liked music. I come from a large musical family. I have a lot of cousins that are amazing musicians and stuff. And, so I just kind of picked it up and stuck with it, and bands through high school and college, and even in the service. Had some jam bands in the barracks, playing metal covers and stuff like that. And I do a lot of recording with some stuff on my own. I have kind of a modest studio set up at home, and I do some of my own stuff. Some of it that fits the band, I bring it to the band too. But
You venture off into some other things then too, do you?
yeah, a little bit more instrumental stuff. It wouldn't be hard to put lyrics on it because it's probably kind of busy, but it's an outlet. You got to scratch that creative itch, so that's another way to kind of do that. Yeah, it's I'm really happy to be in this band. Jamie's a creative tour de force. The guy could write a song on the way to check the mail. It's just, it's
really
inspiring
does.
to be with someone
Really
like
does.
that. That just he's like, hey man, I went to the Circle K up the street. I wrote a song. You want to check it out?
I hear it. I'm
Yeah.
sending it now.
Yeah, it's like holy crap.
We're gonna get
But,
11.
But it's
Here's
fun.
11 songs.
It's fun, and he's open-minded,
We
and we
can't
all kind of
afford it.
bring something to the table, and before you know it, that's why I do it. It's the most. That's what makes it worth it, because someone will come with an idea, and then everyone will chew on it, and we'll jam through it. We'll run through it. Well, what about this part here? And we'll go 3-4 times. 20 minutes later, we got a song. We're like, man, that song's awesome, you know. And just that process is what makes it
Exciting.
fun, because
Sure.
you know, we're in our area. There's a lot of cover bands, and nothing against cover bands. They're great, great musicians, great guys. We're friends with several of them.
Don't make the drummer cry.
No, but no, I got nothing against that. But it's tough being in an original project because it's hard to get some of the primo venues, because the venues, you know, they want to draw people, and you know, the bigger cover bands, they
Well,
bring them in.
It's kind of a hard balance. I mean, you're at a cover band, or you see the national acts are the ones that the big venues are wanting to pull. So
Yeah.
you gotta find your footing and find your way towards
Yeah.
it.
And I guess at the end of the day, you have to choose whether you'd rather play a packed, you know, if you're a good cover band, play a packed room and make money playing music, or would you rather make your own music and play to the staff? Sometimes you play it on a weeknight and there's nobody there but the bartenders and the
Right, yeah.
you're playing to
Yeah.
nobody,
Don't
and it
care.
costs you money, it costs you gas money, whatever. But I'd rather do that. At the end of the day, it's a labor of love, so I'd rather do that.
So tell us one of your guys' favorite shows so far that you guys have played. One of your best memories. Best venue, best time you guys
Non-point.
had.
On point.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
First time.
Club Fever in South Bend.
You
Yeah,
know?
well, they won't know that. We've opened up for Non-Point twice.
Twice now, but
And,
the first time especially was
First
pretty
time we
huge.
opened, it was last year.
Yeah.
Actually,
I was in the band 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
We're opening for Non-Point.
3
Really?
weeks.
Yeah, get ready.
It was a good show.
Practice.
Yep.
But
Open
yeah, it's cool.
Non-Point, really good turnout. Very good response. We got a very good response.
Red Sun Rising was pretty
Red
good.
That was a
Sun
good show,
Rising was
too.
pretty awesome
Yeah.
too.
I know those guys.
Them guys are
from,
really good. Just nice dudes.
I lived in
man.
Akron, and I knew them. This is years ago. This is like 2005, 2007. 3 of the guys in that band at the time all worked at Guitar Center, which was like 10 minutes from my house. And I'm a huge guitar nerd, so I was in there a couple times a week buying strings or this or that. And ended up building up kind of a rapport with those guys, and now, you know, fast forward, I'm walking through AutoZone to get some parts for my son's car, and I hear their song on the radio. You know, it's like they've got several big hits. I think the last time I heard 2 of their singles off that album went #1, which is the first time in 40 years that an original rock band has had 2 #1 hits on a debut album. So I'm really happy for those guys. They're all super
Yeah.
cool.
It can be done.
I hit them up through Facebook. Hey man, you're coming to my town. Can we open for you guys? And
Do you-
it kind of had some behind the scenes stuff and got us on the bill. So.
We were actually supposed to play here that night. We played with them.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
We canceled playing here.
Don't
play
tell
that.
anybody. Yeah. I'm not supposed to tell him.
It was Pierre's.
It was the
man.
flu.
It
I was
wasn't
really
the
sick.
sub. It wasn't
Yeah,
the
yeah,
right,
that
it
was
was-
Pierre's, right?
It was
Yeah, it's
Pierre's,
totally
so it don't
different.
Those
matter.
guys aren't here no more.
Well, there you go.
What would you do, really?
Yeah.
How do you guys choose though? I mean, when it comes down to when you want to play with a band? I mean, do you guys obviously probably prefer somebody you get along with or more personal? But I mean, some of these bands are their business and you're just on the ticket and they don't want to
Yeah.
talk to you.
We have a lot
Do
of
you
those
guys
too,
choose
where
between
we're
that,
just
or
there
you
to sell
say-
tickets.
You know, you guys, is that important to you guys?
We just try to steer away from the ticket sales.
If possible.
If
I guess it
possible.
depends on what we think is going to be a better
What's a better draw?
What's a better draw, or what's going to do something
what's,
for the
what's
band.
your guys' perspective on that situation? I mean, does the personality of the band matter to you at all?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
We
as long as the
probably you don't
music's
really
good.
get to a lot of times with the like Powerman 5000,
We
some
may
of those
not
others,
even
you
see
don't
the
even
band.
really they're in
You
the
know?
trailer.
Oh yeah,
You
we've
play
heard,
and
Right.
you're load out and you never even see them,
Right.
or whatever. So
yeah,
a lot of
we've heard those stories before, and that's what I said.
Yeah.
From your guys' perspective, I said a lot of people don't get to see that or know that.
Like we got to hang out
what
with
it's
you
really
both
like.
at Cantor.
It happens
Yeah.
a lot though.
yeah.
I know we've. I don't know. Personally, I feel some of the nationals we've opened for, we're gaining their attention. I think.
I hope so.
I think the
Just-
songs we're putting together are strong.
Yeah.
You know, we put a lot of work into it to make sure the songs are
I see a lot of that. I
listenable
see a lot of younger
and
bands that have 'em.
memorable. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
And
They've
I
got
think
a lot of sizzle, and they've got the fancy equipment and the scrims and the banners and all the stuff and
All the visuals.
all the
and
visuals, and it looks impressive. But and then the songs are kind of they're not bad, but they're not catchy. It's not something you're going to sing along with on the way to
Something
work.
memorable.
It's
Better-
going to stick
I wanna
with
remember
you.
the
I'd rather
song.
have great songs, and the rest can come later.
you can have all the flash. You know, image is nothing. The thirst is everything. You know,
That's a good motto.
No, I've
Yeah.
always-
That's a
I've
good
been-
motto.
I've always been saying that, you know.
That should
And,
be on a T-shirt, man.
I've heard that somewhere
That's
before.
on
I
our
don't
next
know where.
shirt, man.
Right. Better copyright that now.
I know it's just
Right.
like a commercial, but it's
Copyrighted
it's
by
true,
Praise
man.
the Fallen.
You know,
Right.
you can have all the flash and that.
Disclaimer.
You know, I've been in bands like that personally where it was more focused on, you know, the product
Being
look
cool.
and being cool and all that. And I personally always felt indifferent than I'm not gonna name names or anything, but the people I played with in the past where they were all caught up in that, and they weren't so much focused. We had good songs, but you know, I've always strived to write a better song than the last song to make sure the next song's stronger than the last song.
Right.
You know, I've always believed that when these people come to see a show and they walk out that door, I want them to never forget Praise the Fallen. I want them to remember our songs. I want you to wake up tomorrow morning, man, I can't get that out of my head, because that's how it all starts.
Right.
That's how you got
It's the
start.
emotional connection with music.
Right.
that you
I
guys
mean,
are
with the
trying
way
to reach.
things are with ticket sales and promoters and stuff like that, I think bands can take the power into their own hands and write some stuff that's undeniable. Get the masses involved. The only way you're going to get the masses involved is if they're waking up the next morning like, man, I can't get that song out of my head, you know?
It's
And
gotta start with the song.
write something where you just repeat it all the time or anything. It has to make sense and it has to grab them too.
There's something to be
you
said
know,
for that,
write
too.
something that they can
Gotta have
identify,
earworm.
that people can identify with. I
think
mean,
I think
use the big bands as examples. I mean, the multi-platinum selling bands. How are they doing it? They're being simple-minded and keeping things more simplistic and not so technical. You know what I mean?
I think probably one of the best bands, an example of that would be Metallica in our generation. You know what I mean? They really started out with the love of the music and held on to it, and for so many years they left, and now they're back, and they still got that drive, just like you're talking about. You know, but so there's a lot of bands a lot of people don't know that are out there, and it's all about making a dollar. You know,
Right.
but
A lot
They
of
did it
bands,
so long. You remember without MTV, without video support. That was a big deal when Metallica came. Their first video for one, and I remember that as a teenager was like that was huge because they were this huge band for the
Yeah.
longest time without a
Without
lot of
even-
radio. You know,
yeah.
KNAC in LA would play them,
and they worked
the
hard,
you know,
and they
Costa-
loved the music.
toured.
That's
They
about it.
had
They
all
were
the
too
right
heavy for the
elements, they had
radio.
all the right
Yeah,
elements.
you know, for the longest time they were too heavy for radio. And didn't have a video, and yet they were huge. There was this groundswell, like you know, the kids were Metallica. Oh yeah, you know, they knew it was like it was a big deal.
Comes back to good songs though. You ain't got good songs,
Yeah.
nothing else.
Nothing
that's
else
what I'm saying. It
matters.
comes down to
No
Oh,
pun
did I say that? I really said that.
No
Oh.
pun
Nothing else
intended,
matters.
man.
Top-
But
If you don't
seriously,
find to
I
it.
mean, there's bands out there touring and giving it their all out there and eating bologna sandwiches and all that, and that's great. I believe that you could have the best of both worlds. If you're writing songs that masses of people want to sing along to, and you might overstep the record labels, you know, as far as like labels wanting, it's different. It's all different now, man. You know, with the industry and that, I really believe the power, no matter what. Screw the flash, screw the record labels, all that. It's all about the songs, man. You know, bottom
Listen,
line, it's
right.
all about the songs.
I think I got another T-shirt for you. I believe that your potential is only limited by your perception.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, I said if you do have those great songs and you have that message out there and you're grabbing fans and you're grabbing people with your music, there's nobody out there that's going to be able to tell you that that
Right.
song's not selling. So, I don't know what you guys are saying over there, dude. You didn't get here early enough to rehearse, so you got to tell me what you're saying.
He was waving a 3.
Throw it 3, yeah. 3 minutes what? The interview's over? I don't know. Yeah, we ain't cutting it off. We're not done yet. Right?
Okay.
I'm not stopping. We'll just
All
run it
right.
however long we're
Ain't
gonna
no
run.
stopping.
All
I'm
right.
still popping.
Right?
Dre
Yeah.
got some bitches from the city of Compton.
Oh,
Calm down.
right.
karaoke night,
I might.
We need some
Get
more
my
beer.
stuff
ready.
going.
lights over there.
I forgot about that.
You remember now.
Gin and juice.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your new CD.
About
Tell
our
us
new-
what's some of the influences on it, or I mean, what
It's a
are
mashup.
some of the
12 songs.
what can people expect out of it?
Well, it all came about. We had a single. We did a single with a producer in the area, actually North Webster. A lot of bands that he produced actually played here back in the day. His name's Tim Bushong, T-Bush Studios, Tim.
Great guy.
I worked with Tim back when I was in Signal, and it'd been a long time. I was in a couple other bands that we had some good recordings and stuff, but nothing was ever packaged or it never came together, you know.
Never got the final whole package deal where everything looked official and professional. And
Yeah. I watched, no joke, man. I watched, it was when Prince died, okay? When he had done an interview with Arsenio Hall, you know. It was actually right after the Power Man 5000 show, too. I seen that Prince had said to Arsenio that all these artists are putting out singles, putting out one song, hoping that they get all this attention. You know, it's not even about attention. You know, it's about the art of creating, you know, a story within 12 songs, you know. Not a concept album or anything, but any album from any band is usually a chapter at that time. You know what I mean? And I told these guys that after Prince had said to Arsenio Hall, he goes, these artists put out singles, I put out records, I put out albums, pieces of art, you know. That's how he felt about that. And it just clicked with me. I'm like, yeah, that's what we need to do. Because all these other bands are riding it easy, you know, because affordability or whatever it was. I mean, my last band, I had a band in Chicago. We paid $2,400 for one song, you know, and didn't do anything,
yeah.
you know.
Not to cut
You know.
results when you're paying that much up front. when you're
I just
struggling,
felt like,
right?
too, I
Yeah.
mean, you know, for me personally, myself, I haven't done an album since 2007, you know, a full album package and everything, and it's something I personally wanted to accomplish again. And went back to Tim, because I knew that Tim would be down with it. He's a great guy to work with. We all love working with
He's
Tim.
a true producer.
You know.
A lot of people hang
Yeah.
that shingle out there and say, well, I'm a producer. He's
Yeah, but
Definitely
usually
an
we're
extra
gonna
member
wrap
of
it
the
up in the
band.
next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Guys. But yeah. So I mean, what do you guys? I want you guys to give your perspective on the hub here, since it's changed over from Pierre's, and what you guys think of the place. What do you think their new idea of trying to be more interactive
it's
with
great.
their fans?
Well, what
and
you're
be
doing
more
right
involved?
now
this is awesome.
Very cool.
right here is great.
How does it benefit the bands? I mean, from your guys' perspective, what do you guys see? out
Getting us out there.
You get more people to see you, you know, and
Pierre's
meet your fans and stuff. You know, that's important. That's an important deal.
Pierre's used to Pierre's was actually known for a lot of opening bands. A lot of these pictures that you see in this room were bands that opened for other bands. And Pierre's was known for people coming to see the opening bands. And one thing that they did that I really liked is they didn't make bands sell tickets. You know, and I'm real happy with the way Ray is running things here. And because there's a lot of good bands out there that if you just base it on ticket sales, maybe they won't sell 50 tickets, man. Maybe they can only sell 10. But you know what? You're missing out on a hell of a fucking
A lot of
band.
nationals rely on local bands to sell tickets to their shows.
They
you know?
Well, I think
They
that's
put
one of
all
the
the work on the local bands to do
They
that.
put it all on you. You know.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the advantages now that Ray has taken over and the hub is doing things that they're doing here now. So it's the same. It's going to be like it was before. We're going to offer all those same great things, but we're looking to take it to another level. You know, we're wanting to make
You
a
could-
better community or better entertainment for the community. You know what I mean?
Right,
More
yeah.
quality to it.
Yeah, no offense to anybody, but you could have a band out there that can barely play their instruments on that stage that can sell 100 tickets.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Then there's bands, you know, like all of us have really worked through years. You know, we've practiced, we've sacrificed. You know, God, man. You know, I've been doing this since I was 19. You know, guys like me, yeah, I can sell the tickets, but
Well, it's nice you don't have to do that here. So.
yes,
Yes.
All right.
exactly.
Well, guys, we're going to thank you guys for coming here today. We really appreciate you guys sitting down and taking
Thanks for
time.
having us.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks
we're
to
going to
everybody.
take a break and we'll be right back with Letters from the Fire. And we'll hear a few tracks off of your guys' new album.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Everybody, give us a round of hand.
come together, let's unify. We're reaching, always reaching. We can't make a stand with these closed minds. We're reaching, always reaching. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that you left behind. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that we left behind. With my fist to the sky, my heart goes out to you, who's created all the pain you're surrounded by. It's just a moment in time, the healing stops the hurt, not defined by the pain you're surrounded by. Put the pieces back together. Are we listening? Comprehending? They think life will last forever, but they're not listening. No understanding. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that you left behind. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that you left behind. With my fist to the sky, my heart goes out to you, who's created all the pain you're surrounded by. Just a moment in time, the healing stops the hurt, not defined by the pain you're surrounded by. let's unify. We're reaching, always reaching. We can't make a stand with these closed minds. We're reaching, always reaching. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that you left behind. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that we left behind. With our fist to the sky, my heart goes out to you, who's created all the pain you're surrounded by. It's just a moment in time, the healing stops the hurt. Not defined by the
Hey everybody, welcome back again to the Hub Live. My name is Alan. We are back with our second guest tonight. We have with us the national recording artist. What do they like to say? Do they say you guys are from the Bay Area or is it San Francisco Bay?
Bay Area works.
Bay Area works? Okay. So yeah, we have Letters from the Fire with us here today. Everybody, give them a round of applause. We got a few inebriated people in the audience.
Excellent.
So give us, guys, give us your names and just a little bit of your musical background, where you guys started out at.
So my name's Mike. I'm one of the guitar players. I've been playing guitar since I was 16.
Yeah.
And just started the band when I was about 17 years old and been doing it ever since. I'm 27 now, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Alexa. Don't know where to look.
Wherever there's a red dot.
I've been singing since I came out the womb. Pretty much. Literally as
Don't
long
they
as I
call
can
that
remember.
crying?
You know, I did musical theater as a kid, and I did my first musical at age 4. So
Really?
yeah.
What musical was it?
Oh, it was. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. What was
Yeah.
your part?
I just like walked across the stage and it was cute, but I had to try out and like sing a song. So
Easy to audition for, obviously.
yeah. And I've been in the band for a year and a half ish now.
My name's Cameron. I play guitar. Been playing guitar since I was about 10 years old. Played in various bands, but I've been in this band on and off since I was about 17. So, yeah.
Yeah, hey, I'm Clayton. I've been playing bass since about the Ice Age.
Right up
and,
here. Red straight in.
Red.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
There we are.
You got camera, yeah, that's your guys' camera.
Oh, excellent. I'm getting the
Yeah.
vibe here.
Yeah, we should have
yeah.
broke down on that a little bit better before we started. We're
That's all
kind
right.
of interrupted
It's
there.
Throw us right in into the fire. Yeah, I've been in the band since the beginning, of Letters from the Fire, and excited to play here again. Good times.
I'm Brian. I've been playing drums for 15, 16 years now, and I've been in the band about a year or so. I'm the newest.
Right on. Now, forgive me if my list is a little out of date here. It's impressive, so it's a week old. And you're number 8 on the iTunes Rock Album Chart, number 19 on the current Hard Rock Chart, number 31 on Media Base Active Rock Chart, and number 65 on iTunes All Genre Album Sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when our
How
record,
does that
when
feel?
our record came out. We saw those numbers and we were like, we were all in the band together, like, whoa, dude, like this is going on right now. It was pretty exciting.
How do you guys measure your accomplishments? I mean, everybody knows there's the Grammys or whatever, but what's your guys' personal goals? What's something you would like to see your song hit?
I don't know. I think the numbers all kind of contribute to like general interest from the fans and stuff. But I think for myself personally, just getting out there and reaching people, playing a lot of shows.
Just the satisfaction of knowing that those numbers actually mean people that enjoy your music.
Yeah,
That's
I think
what matters.
another big metric that we've all been paying attention to is like Spotify listeners. So that's kind of like a good indicator that people are interested in what we're doing.
Social media is definitely playing a big role.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Give us a little bit of history about the band and some changes. I mean, you guys were a different name for a while. You changed lead singers, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, we used to be called Park Lane. That's how we started, and we've done a couple national tours. We went out with Fuel, and did a bunch of stuff like that. And then we ended up calling Letters from the Fire in 2012, and we came out with an EP that we did with Ben Moody from Evanescence. And we had a male singer then, and then we had another male singer right after that, 2014, a guy named Elliot. And we were actually on the radio. We had a song called, we did a cover of Eleanor Rigby, and that went top 40. We had Zombies in the Sun, that went top 40 as well. And then, that was 2014. Things kind of went a little rocky with him, and we ended up coming across Alexa, and she blew our minds, and so we're really stoked about the new record and what we got going on now, and we're just back out here on the road. It's our second time playing here.
Looks like you guys have a lot of fun out on the road.
We try, yeah, we do our best.
And this is your first headlining tour, is that correct?
Well, so we only have 3 headlining dates on this whole tour.
It's like a one-off for us, kind of.
Oh, okay.
We're actually out with Art of Dying right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are just doing just these one-offs here and there on the way.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Tell us about one of the funnest shows you guys had so far.
Buckcherry was pretty fun. That was like the
Yeah.
biggest show so far. And,
When was that?
a couple weeks ago, it was in Colorado. It was funny because these guys actually toured with one of the Buckcherry crew members they actually knew, and I had met them previously, so it was kind of fun to see. It's fun to see people on the road, and
Right.
that show was the crowd's always great at a Buckcherry show, so
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
And they're touring with Sebastian Bach currently, right? I think
I
they
think
just
that's
picked
coming
up.
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
they just picked up here, coming up here in a few weeks. They'll be stopping here actually.
Cool.
So, yeah, it'd be a good opportunity. But what about tell us one of your biggest disasters? Even as maybe probably it might be maybe for you older guys. And then some of these newer guys, you guys are already established.
Yeah, I mean, big disasters. I mean,
Or you can give us your
we've
very
had
first
all
one.
sorts, but the 3 of us have been playing together for about 8 years. And we've certainly had disaster. I mean, we've done tours where back in the day when we would just slam into a band. Mike would be on the phone booking shows while we're driving somewhere. I mean, we played one particular place that I think will always stand out to us, which was called the Ultimate Basement. The Ultimate Basement was actually a basement. I believe it was also some sort of meth lab, and there wasn't a PA. The PA speaker was one speaker that actually had a visible chunk of the cone missing. The guy had a broken drum set that was on the stage. The stage was about as big as this coffee table, and when we said, well, if you can move the drum set, then we could probably perform maybe, even though we won't be able to make this work. And he was like, nah, dog, I can't move the drum set, I was like, dude, all right, well, we were just going to leave. And I remember being at the Ultimate Basement and going, well, at least I can take a piss, because it was a long drive. And it was the one thing is I opened up the door to the restroom and there was just a mountain of toilet paper coming out of the toilet with poo on top of it, and I was like, I can't even pee here, where are we where this is
You're a
the
guy, you could
ultimate
be standing up.
anything.
Could you
Well,
imagine?
That must have been the ultimate part.
Ultimately discovered the ultimate.
Ultimately disappointing. Yeah, we ended up not even playing. So I would say that's a disaster.
That sounds
We
like.
haven't had any major disasters on this tour, really.
Well, not at this point, I'm sure. I said you guys really sound like you're doing pretty well. I said it sounds like you guys are having fun. I mean, the numbers are showing. I said everybody's definitely hearing your name a lot more, especially around our area here. So.
Awesome.
That's
Good sign.
news.
So this is your guys' second time being here. What do you guys think of it now being the hub and some of the new things that they're offering?
It's my first time.
Oh, okay.
Also my first time, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
These 2 guys were the only ones that were here last, I think.
Yeah, we were here. We played in 2014 here with Trapped, and it was great then. And I mean, still looks very similar to me as it did back then. It's great. The name change gets my consent. So
Yeah.
good to move forward.
Approval.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're definitely offering some new things here that the old place didn't do. So we're hopefully more interaction between the bands and the fans, and making it a more
That's
meaningful
awesome.
experience for people.
Cool.
Absolutely.
We like that.
We're all about that.
Right.
So,
Sounds good. Well, I guess I would say thank you guys for coming in today. We're going to come back here in just a moment with you guys going to play a live acoustic song for us, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back in just a moment.
stand with these closed minds. We're reaching, always raging. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that you left behind. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that we left behind. With my fist to the sky, my heart goes out to you, who's created all the pain you're surrounded by. It's just a moment in time, the healing stops the hurt, not defined by the pain you're surrounded by. Put the pieces back together. Are we listening? Comprehending? They think life will last forever, but they're not listening, no understanding. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that you left behind. Hey, it's not about you, it's about everything that you left behind. With my fist to the sky, my heart goes out to you, who's created all the pain you're surrounded by. Just a moment in time, the healing stops the hurt, not defined by the pain you're surrounded by.
Letters from the Fire, and they're gonna play for you their hit song,
Give in to me.
Give In to Me. All right, here we go.
Something
I think.
Thank you.
Hey, all you guys at home, if you want to meet the bands and do this, you can just buy yourselves a meet and greet ticket. Make sure you check back to the box office for future meet and greets. You know, we'd love to have you guys up here, and we'd love to have you guys back. So thank you for joining the hub.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Cheers.